Hello, my apples! This is your friendly neighborhood apple lady, and welcome to a series that I like to call Extreme Character Makeover. The series where you hand me characters you made, whether they be a fan character or an original, and I go about redesigning them. In today's episode, we will be looking at 3 characters I made back in 2008 to 2013. We have Bianco the Sorceress, Anastasia the Hedgehog, and Lolita. What to expect from this series is that I'll be taking notes on what can be done to improve the character design and then commence the makeover. So, without further ado, let's get into it! Bianco was created back in 2008 and was created via MS Paint. I mean, look at her, you can clearly tell she's had it rough. So with that in mind, here's some things I plan to do to change her look. Bianca is getting a complete overhaul in her design. Everything is going to change. I decided I shall rename her Delphine, since I figured she's deserving of a new name. I'll be toning down and changing some colors in her palette to make it not as loud. Back then, her hair color was a bright pink, and I sure as hell know that ain't easy on the eyes. And I will be improving on her outfit. Just to give it some polish, you know, make it look nice. Okay, let's see how she looks now. And here is Delphine. Here I've given her a few things that make her seem and feel like a real sorceress. She has a new pair of shoes and some awesome new jewelry, like the necklace hanging from the golden chain, and even her purple forehead gem became a circlet with amethysts. Bianca has been officially reborn to Delphine. Now to the next makeover. Anastasia, like Bianca, was also created back in 2008 on MS Paint. Her design certainly holds familiarity to Shattuck in some ways. I had her in this towel for a reason. Anyway, here are some notes I wrote down before we get into the makeover. I'm going to recreate her. She looked too much like a gender-bent Shattuck ripoff. She wore nothing but boots, which explains the covering around her body. I'm making her go by a different species just to get over the hedgehog OC cliche. And I'm toning down her cyan color and picking something more natural. Alright, let's see what we got. Here is Nia the Mink. I decided to keep her golden eye color and change her species and fur color. I even went ahead and gave her a new outfit that I feel suits her for when she goes on quests and such. It took so much time to make her eyes look okay that I nearly gave up on the redesign. But all in all, it definitely was worth the while making this change possible. Now, on to the final makeover. This is the final makeover for this episode. This character's name is Lolita, and I drew her back in the 2010s when I was still in middle school. I don't know why my brain thought Lolita was a good name for her. Probably because of how it sounded, and I knew nothing about that sort of stuff back then. Her colors were way too bright to even mark her as one at all. So with that said, here's the notes I had regarding her redesign. She needs proper body proportion. The drawing makes her look sort of thin. In some areas anyway. I'll be recreating her features such as her eyes and her hair, and her outfit could use some improvement. Give her a color palette that works and feels right. And give her a more appropriate name. Okay, let's see the results. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the new and improved Lolita, Audrey Lumia! Audrey has been given a complete overhaul, much like Delphine. I wanted to make her seem like an energetic character that I went for neon colors for her outfit, and even giving her cute colors like pink for her skin and eyes, and purple for her hair. I wanted to try to make her have a spunky space girl air to her design. So, this was the final product. Well, that concludes today's episode of Extreme Character Makeover. If you've enjoyed this pilot and want to see more, please be sure to leave your comments and give your thoughts on today's episode to keep it from being buried in the algorithm. Got a character you feel needs to be redesigned, or maybe you want to know how I'll design it? Leave a comment and a link to your character. Who knows? You may be featured in the next episode, plus a shout out will be given. Who doesn't love that? I'd definitely go for it. And thank you all so much for watching this pilot. This is the Apple Lady signing off, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Stay safe and stay sweet, my apples. Ciao!